and also the immediate vice chairman of the export group of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Also, I manage Success Edge International. You are welcome to today's webinar. Basically, today we'll be talking about how to brand your export business, export products to an acceptable international standard. This is very crucial. This is very important because you'll be meeting quite a lot of brands all over the world, and it's very important you know what it takes. It's very important you know what, so that because you are not in a country and your product is there. What means that it's your product that will speak for itself. So if your brand is not good, then definitely there will be no buyer for such commodities. Or even if your product finds its way to such market, you'll discover that it will stay there and nobody buys it. And once you cannot actually, they will not ask for reorder of such commodities. So it's one thing to find international buyers. It's another thing to get them to trust your business at a glance. And that's what brand is all about. You look at a product, you just want to go for it. So getting international prospects to feel comfortable working with your companies is extremely important, especially if you've never shipped any commodity before, but you are looking for a first big break. Okay, so to get international buyers to trust your products, you need a good brand. You need a good brand, and that is what is more important here. So we'll be looking at one of the things that gives you a good brand, that gives your product a good brand. We'll be looking at them one after the other. Then you are filled to actually ask questions. Number one, you build an international standard website. Now, for your product to gain international reputation, you need a website. I've seen quite a lot of people over the years internationally. They ask me, where's my website? And each time they go to the website, even people who actually they want to deal with me, they ask me, and once they go there, they start discussing business with me. So a website is a window through which visitors can have a first peek into what you do as a company. Okay, so it's important that you do not just build a website, but that you build a high quality international website, standard website that doesn't just look attractive but also contain tons of quality information, that have a lot of informations. Okay, for example, now if you are building a website for export, I expect that your product should be there. Explain what your product does, how it looks like, why it's important others should buy that product above other people's product. So your website actually we actually say a lot of that. Okay, exactly what your business does, showing the team behind it, who are the people behind those products, proving how it can help prospective clients succeed. So your website should be able to speak for you. Okay, very, very important. Should be able to speak for you. Very important. You should also post a lot of pictures of your product, in their various categories on your website, because when prospective buyers see many pictures about the product, they are interested in your website. So your website should be very pictorial in nature. If you go to our website, you see a lot of all the commodity we traded in, we show it. Okay, so that way we tell them that, okay, this person knows what he's doing. So show the picture. Don't just write and keep on writing things. No, it's not. It's not a book. Okay, so they tend to, what that does is it tend to draw attention doing business with you. The picture should also not just be limited to professional photo shoots of white background, but should also include a lot of warehouse storage. Like somebody, a buyer who was actually asking us to be sending things to them in Baltimore in the US. Now to convince me what he does, that he begin to show me where their warehouse, the quality of their warehouse, where certain items are stored. So that gives me confidence that, okay, if I ship snail to this person, he has a warehouse to keep it. If I ship plantain chips to this person, he knows where to keep it. There are some items you can't just put together, so you need to show some of these things. Your website actually shows these things. They are very, very vital. Warehouse, then loaded truck showing goods, and loaded shipping container showing the goods. Okay, these are all things you need to show in your web. It may look very funny, but these are standard. Okay, loaded shipping container showing the goods, then product videos and many more. So these are very, very important items you should include when you are putting in your website. So number one, have a standard website. Okay, if you need a website, we also can assist you to build one. Okay, it has to be with that, so that at least you have an international website. Okay, for those who are interested in that, can give me a call after this session, and we'll be able to discuss on how to give you a professional website for export or global business. Number two, design a professionally corporate pictures, profiles. Okay, profile is very important. And I discovered, based on my profile, a lot of people have invited me to a lot of programs in and around, in Nigeria and outside the country. So many international buyers will not just visit your company website, but you also request that you send them your profile, so that they can have a closer look at what you do. What have you done? You just talk. Like I keep on telling people, Export is not a talk show. It's an active show. You must do it. You must be engaged. Okay, so it's very, very important, your profile. Okay, what have you done? Which product have you exported? So don't tell lie. If you have not exported, don't tell them you have exported. Okay, just say that, okay, this is what I do, this is what I intend to do. Just be sincere to ensure you always prepare for this. Hire an experienced professional writers to write and design a world-class corporate profile to help you design one for your company. So number two, design a corporate profile. Number three, you also need to create an official company email. This is also very, very important. International buyer feels more comfortable when they are sending email to a company whose email address ends with URL. For instance, if your company website is www.company.com, having your email that is the email of your name at company.com will leave a good impression with international buyers trying to do business with you. So make sure you have an official email. Okay, in fact, once you have a website, definitely it comes with an email stuff, which I think is also very important. Number four, get a great crazy office space. Now this may be very necessary, and at times it may not be necessary, because over the years when I travel to the US or to UK or some of these Asian countries, most of them don't really have a that of posh office. They do things from home. Okay, but at times it's also very good, because I remember there's an occasion whereby somebody was from Germany, and they had my contacts, and right from the embassy, he moved straight to my office. Said that, where's your office? I just said my office on Allen Avenue. Okay, good, that's very good. So before you know it, in the next 1 hour, I saw the person in my office. You see, so what is very important about when he came, he saw at least this guy has an office. He looked around, trying to, and today we are still in touch. Okay, so it's also very important. Office space can be expensive to rent. Then please also don't just have any office, have a very good office. Location is also very important. Okay, you are doing exports, and you have an office in a remote area, that will not be very good. Warehouse is different from office. Okay, make sure it's good enough in a capital of any state. For example, if you have an office in Ibadan, that'd be okay. That's the capital of your state. If you have in Ilorin, in Kwara State, the capital is in Ilorin. If you are in a place like Delta, Warri will be very okay. So make sure it's capital, because capital is usually well represented. The facilities are usually solid. That gives a good impression about who the person is and how it all operates. So make sure you have. You also can have a virtual office subscription with a So if you don't have an office, now have a situation whereby you can also have somebody can give you an office space to work with and take your data. So you also can use that. So it's not necessary that you must have office officially. You may be in Enugu and have a virtual office in Lagos. So it's also very good. So great working. There are quite a lot of them. For example, you can go to, if you want to get a virtual office, you can get to eespace.com. They will give you a place you can use, can be called, that is your office. Number five, maintain active social media accounts. The world has gone global, and I think it's very important that you cannot do any viable export business without a social media account. The company should have an active social media account on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is basically for professional. Okay, so please make sure you have a related platform that showcase what it does, what you do. The founder should also be active and professional on social media. Okay, and platform like LinkedIn, like I said earlier, so that international buyers researching into buyers can be confident of who they want to deal with. So a place like LinkedIn is very good. It's professional LinkedIn. So people who want to deal with you on various commodities are always on that based on their profession. So it's also very, very important. Okay. Number 6, deliver great product and services. Okay. It comes down to the quality of the product and services you are capable of offering to your clients. Like I said to people, when you are doing exports, do export that is both available and accessible. Not all commodities that are accessible are available. Okay, so look at your country, look at the terrain. Are there things that you can get within the next 5 hours, or things you can get within the 5 minutes, or 10 minutes, or 20 minutes? So these things are very, very vital. Okay, when you are doing export, there's no better way to brand your business than to always meet or exceed the customer expectation. Okay. So it's very important. There's no way you can brand your product, always meet and exceed customer expectation. Now, when you deliver an agree between you and an importer, you'll be having a goodwill of your company, and that will position you on a better platform to do greater business now and in the future. So like I said earlier on, make sure you have a good product. Like I keep on telling people, decide at least on one. Don't do 3, 4, 5, 6 products. Okay, just depend. If it's cashew you want to work on, please stay on cashew. Do it successfully before you move to other. If it's bitter cola you want to do, make sure you know everything about that particular sector. Then from there you can move to the next sector. If it's cocoa you want to go into, make sure you have every details about that particular thing. Then you move into another one. Then if it is plantain chips or a lot of other products you want to do, shea butter, shea nuts, you also can always try as much as possible to actually focus more. Okay, so these are the things that you need to do if you want to actually brand your product. Let me go over it again. 6 things you need to do to brand your export business to an acceptable standard. Number 1, I said build an international website. Number 2, I said that you need to design a good corporate profile. That is, who are the directors of the company, what is their qualification, what experience do they possess. All these things really matters. Okay, at least you must have a chairman, you must have a secretary, you must have all those things. What qualifies them, where have they worked? Okay, and so those are things that are very important when it talks about. Then number 3, you also can have an official email. We said that make sure your email, that is, once you actually have a good website, your website actually come with a very official email. So that is the name of your company at the name your name at company.com. So it's very important. Number 4, get a very good office, because people locations are also very important. Some people want to know what you are doing, want to come and see. At times your office actually decide who you are. Okay, for example, now you are in Lagos and you're in a place like Okekoto, a place like that, nobody knows such place. Or you have an office in Mushin. People also believe that that place is meant for some certain kind of people. They don't want to go. But when you talk about VI, you talk about Allen, talk about Banana Island, you talk about Ikoyi. So at those point, those people will need to have relevance. So just have an office, having an office in a place that is very good, and that at least people know all over the world. Now, number 5, we also said that one of the things you need to do to brand, exportable products to an international standard. Some of the things you put in place, so be very good on the social media. Talk about what you are doing. Go online, talk about it. You have a cashew buyer, tell them what cashew does to the body. By the time you do 3 or 3 videos on such things, you now discover that people know that yes, you know what you are doing. Also, you need to deliver a good product. I keep on telling people, don't just do anything. Do something that people will like and is more acceptable for people. Don't just keep on telling people, I want buyer. When you talk about export, the whole thing you hear from everybody is that I want buyer. Buyer for what? Where is the product? Okay, what's the standard of the product? Does it meet up, the standard with other? Because you are not the only one. You are talking about, kuli, which is groundnut cookie. Are you the only one doing it? Okay, I have more than a lot of people doing such things. And before you can actually, you can be saying that you want to sell to any other person. I have some buyers who keep on telling me what they want. Yes. Now, some of these products also, we've done a lot of them on our YouTube channel. Okay, if you have not subscribed, you actually need to go to our YouTube channel. It's tagged Export Television. So I've spoken quite a lot of products that you can export and how you can export it. So if you have not subscribed, please just go online and subscribe, press the notification button, then you'll be getting updates on all the various things we have done. That will be of tremendous help. And and you also, tell your friends, share the video, give it to them, because there are everything is not about money. At times you want to, you can actually tell them, providing information for people also can be very useful, can be very useful to you and to them, and they'll be glad, they'll be happy that what you are telling them, okay, they'll be very happy that you give them such information. So like I said earlier on, so in summary, branding is key to the success of every business, okay? And the website will be uploaded, so on the site, on our YouTube channel, and onto our Export Television, so you can share it. So like I said earlier on, branding is key to success of every business, especially new businesses that have little or no track record, okay? If your export business is branded right and well arranged, slowly but surely growth will set in. So for today, those are just the simple thing that you actually need to know. And I want to believe that with all this information that I've stated, if you're able to follow the direction, this is point, I want to assure you that you're going to do well in your drive to make export possible.